Good evening. This is Teresa Prince with Psych 525 and my response to prompt number 2. Provide real-life examples of neighborhood effects on children and/or families and propose ways in which local churches can alleviate its adverse effects. Three theoretical frames for understanding how neighborhoods may affect child and adolescent well-being are the following, and the models include institutional resources regarding quality, quantity, and diversity of community resources, relationships regarding parental attributes, social networks, and behavior and home environment characteristics, and norms and collective efficacy regarding extent of community formal and informal institutions present to monitor residents' behavior and physical threats to them. In regard to institutional resources in the neighborhood are important to children's and adolescents' health and development. These resources include learning activities regarding presence of libraries, family resource centers, literacy programs, and museums. Social and recreational activities such as presence of parks, sports programs, art and theater programs, and community centers. Child care regarding availability, quality, and cost of child care, preschool and early intervention programs. Health and care services regarding availability, quality, and affordability of medical and social services. And lastly, employment opportunities in regard to supply of jobs, access to jobs, and adolescents' expectations about available opportunities. And this is according to Leventhal and Brooks Gunn, 2003. In regard to relationships, parental relationships may transmit neighborhood effects to children and youth. Several aspects of relationships are implicated. First, parental characteristics regarding mental and physical health, irritability, coping skills, and efficacy. 2, support networks regarding access to friends and family and connections within the neighborhood. 3, parental behavior regarding emotional responsivity, warmth, support, harshness, control, discipline, supervision, and monitoring. And lastly, home environment, such as provision of stimulating experiences, presence of routine and structure, and exposure to violence. And third part of the model, norms and collective efficacy. Mechanisms of influence operating at the community level include 1. Collective efficacy, the extent of social connections including mutual trust, shared values, and willingness to intervene on behalf of the community. 2. Formal and informal institutions, regulatory mechanisms that serve to supervise and monitor community activity. 3. Peers, regarding group behaviors and norms. And 4, physical threats, level of violence, availability of harmful and illegal substances, and other general threats to well-being. And this is also according to Leventhal and Brooks Gunn, 2003. The ways in which local churches can alleviate its adverse effects. Religious institutions mobilize their capacity for naturally occurring intergenerational relationships, parent education, value development, quality structured opportunities, and service to the community. And that is according to Benson, Leffert, Scales, and Blythe, 2012. Thank you, and this concludes my presentation.